Hello friends, welcome back, welcome back. So today, as you saw on the title of this video, this is my pattern haul video. These are some things that I have picked up from this recent pattern sale from Joann. So this weekend, Joann have Vogue, Butterick, and also McCall's on sale. Now at my local Joann, I tried to pick up a few simplicity patterns, but they were not on sale. However, I saw my mutuals over on Instagram post that they had got some simplicity patterns on sale. So I don't know what the deal is with my location, but simplicity patterns may be on sale depending on where you are located in the United States. And so I picked up 4 Vogue patterns and 1 Know Me pattern, and I will go throughout the video and share with you those patterns and also some of the plans that I have with some of these patterns. I also want to talk a little bit about a project that I need to get done by this Tuesday. So I had to put my wrap dress series on hold. I recently experienced a death, not in my family, but with a friend. And in efforts to support her, I will be going to the viewing and the funeral. And I want to make something to go to that funeral. And so I have a few patterns in mind as well as fabrics, and I am asking for your help and helping me choose what would be appropriate to sew for this occasion. I have not sewn anything to go to a funeral before, and I don't want to offend anyone. And so I know black is always kind of the go-to, a standard black with minimum, a minimum print and nothing that's large scale or over exaggerated, because you don't want to take the focus off of people grieving. And so I really could use some help with this. I'm really nervous, but whatever I sew, I try to make sure that it has many purposes. And so I want to make sure that whatever I sew, I can actually wear later on. I don't want to sew something that I have to get rid of. So I really would appreciate some help on this, and with your thoughts and hopefully direction, I will be able to make a garment that is appropriate for this occasion. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video. We're going to first look at my pattern haul and then look at some fabrics and patterns that I intend to sew or that I would like to sew for the funeral. So let's start with this Vogue pattern. This is the Vogue V1993. There are 2 groups of sizes that you can purchase. The first group is the size 6 to, I believe, 16. This is the second group, which is 16 to 24. Let's see, the lighting is a little bit crazy here, but that is the group of sizes that I have selected for this pattern because that's my size group. I want to make this jacket here. Now, if you have not seen my my video of the Vogue release, please watch that video. I give a lot of details on where a lot of these designs for this winter collection have come from. And just, it's a very great video in terms of if you like fashion and if you like looking at runway styles and things of that nature. I give some tidbits and some information there on where these designs have come from. So I want to make this jacket here, maybe even these pants, Vue D, these trousers here. I think this is a cute cropped blazer. I don't have a blazer like this. I think the last cropped style blazer that I've had that's similar to this is a New Look pattern I made a couple years ago for my anniversary. It was something similar to this, but not quite. It didn't have a band around the neckline, and it didn't have a lower band on the edge of the jacket. And so, and that pattern was, like I said, it was a New Look pattern, and that pattern ran really small. If I can remember, I think it stopped at a size 16 or 18. And since then, I have gone up to like a size 20 or something like that. Anyway, I want to make this here. And let me show you my fabric for that. Here's the fabric. So this is a beautiful houndstooth fabric. It's black and white. I purchased this from Minerva last year, and it's not too heavy. It's actually a medium weight fabric, which I like about this. And I believe it's a, I think it's like a gabardine, a soft gabardine, a cross between it feels like it's a cross between like a gabardine and a twill or something like that. It's a really nice fabric, and I absolutely love the houndstooth here. It's one of my favorite prints. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to make a jacket with that Vogue pattern here. And I think that that would be cute. I don't know if I want to make like a matching set, but I definitely have enough here that I can make a two-piece matching set. I'll think about that. And even if I don't wear them as a set, I do like the idea of having a pair of houndstooth trousers. So that's my plan for that. Next, I picked up this Vogue pattern here. Is the Vogue V 1973. And you have two different options. It looked like it's the same shirt, but it's not. So this shirt here, Vue B, let me see if I can show you the line art detail here. Vue B has gathering on the shoulder head. You do have bust darts and a concealed button placket, and you have a cuff at the lower edge of the sleeve, and the sleeve is gathered. It's like a long bishop sleeve. Now this one here is more of a straight sleeve. It does have a cuff at the end and still feature your pussy bow and your bust darts and your concealed button, but you don't have gathering on the shoulder head. And so I like this pattern for that reason, because I have bigger biceps. And so if this sleeve pattern here don't work for me, I can just use this sleeve pattern. Sleeve patterns that have gathering at the sleeve head and also that has a bishop style sleeve, I usually don't have to do any bicep adjustment. I picked this pattern up for that reason, because I would not have to do a bicep adjustment if I don't want to. However, if this sleeve pattern is favorable, I would choose the sleeve as well. I love this. It's a semi-fitted blouse that has a collar that extends into ties. You have a concealed front button closure, long satin sleeves with a continuous lap, button cuffs, and stitched hems. So Vue A, it has a tapered sleeve, and Vue B has the bishop sleeve, as I was telling you about. And the fabric suggestions are charmeuse, crepe de chine, poplin, silk, and jacquard fabrics. And like I said, I like this pattern. I've been doing a lot of patterns that have like frills and bow ties and ties, all kinds of shirt patterns. And I'm going to be doing a shirt pattern series here pretty soon. And I think I might include this into that series. I'm not quite certain yet, but this is definitely on the list. I also picked up this pattern here when I saw this on the, I think it was Neiman Marcus website, or I can't remember, but the inspiration for this dress, I thought was really, really spot on. It doesn't really look like much sometimes when they, style the models, but I do love the details of this skirt. As you can see here, it has like this this rounded yoke on the front and the back, which is so cute. And you have some, I think, top stitching details as well. I think it's a really cute skirt, and I'm willing to give it a try. It does call for quite a bit of fabric. So for skirt A, you're looking at 2.5 yards, and for skirt B, you're looking for 2 7/8 yards of fabric, and that's on 60-inch width. But if you're doing, obviously, the 45-inch wide width, you're going to be needing more, but it calls for quite a bit of fabric. So I picked that pattern up. I picked this pattern up. This is a repurchase. Apparently I purchased this in the last sale and I didn't know, and I purchased it again. But that should tell you how much I love the pattern. It's very easy. This is a Nomi pattern. This is the ME2050 by Aronica B. Cole. And let's see where the art line is. Here's the art line. As you can see, it has a V neckline, drop sleeves with the lower sleeve that's attached to that drop sleeve. You get a sash. It looks like you have like a little small band that goes around the neckline. So it's a really simple, easy pattern. I think it would be cool to sew like a sweater dress for the winter, and that's why I picked it up. And apparently I wasn't thinking that I had this already, but I picked it up anyway. And then lastly, I picked up this Vogue pattern. This is the Vogue V 1717. Now, this is a pattern that we've had, I think it has been 2 years, maybe, since we've had this pattern, 2 or 3 years. I picked it up for this Vue here, Vue C. And again, that houndstooth fabric that I showed you, if I don't use that additional fabric for a pair of trousers, I would definitely use it for this skirt here. I think it's very simple and easy. As you can see here, you have, I think, 4 pattern pieces. There's a side front and a side back. So there's 2 different skirt pieces for that. And then I think there's a back piece and then there's a front piece, which you're cutting out twice. And then you have your waistband pieces. So it's not that many pattern pieces. It's very simple and easy. It calls for light to medium weight wool type fabrics, which I think would be really fun to sew with. Gabardine, wool, crepe, and twill fabrics, wool blends. And I think that would be really fun for a winter skirt. So I picked that up as well. So now let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about what I can make for the funeral. Again, if you can, leave comments in the comment section below of what you think would be appropriate to wear to this funeral for Tuesday. I'm trying to keep it light and trying to sew something that's going to be a fast make because, the turnaround time, I don't have much time to get this done. So I'll be working on this possibly tonight, tomorrow, and Monday to get it done. So, yeah, let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about some of the patterns and also fabrics that I can use for this. My first thought was this New Look 6581 pattern. This is a wrap knit top and dress. And I'm thinking about Vue A because it's a little longer. I can make a knee length dress, and I can include this into my wrap dress series as well. And I think that it would be nice for warmer weather, like, we're having winter come up. And so I thought if I made a sweater or some type of fleece type wrap dress, that would be really great to wear. And I thought about this fabric here, which is a fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics last year. It's just a black sweater fabric. It has this really soft fleece backing on it, but as you can tell, it looks more like a sweater knit, but on the back it has a fleece backing. And so I thought about something like this that's really plain and simple. But again, because I'm not super close to the family, I didn't know if just all black would be appropriate, but that is definitely something that I have considered. This is the New Look N6693, and I thought about making this because it's a little bit more modest, and I included this into my dresses that I want to sew for 2023 plans. And so that would be something that I can actually sew as well because this is a pattern that I already had on my list. And so I thought about doing Vue A here, which is the longer length. It is longer than a midi, but not quite a calf length. These are really odd lengths here, but I thought about doing that. And for the fabric, I thought about this fabric here, which is a black and white floral print. And you guys, please, if you think that this might be offensive, please let me know in the comment section below. I would rather for you guys to, direct me and put your critiques in the comment section below than to show up to a funeral dress inappropriately. And so if this is something that you think is way too much, please let me know. But I think the black background, but also it has a white foreground, and so it's not all black. And so I didn't know if this would be appropriate or not, being as though I'm not the immediate family member that's grieving. And so I thought maybe something that is not all black would probably be better, but I'm not quite for certain. Again, you all let me know what you think about those two combos there. I think this modest look would be really great. And then again, it's black, but it has a little bit of white to it as well. Anyway, I thought about that. In terms of alternative styles, I would use the same fabric, but this style here, which is, I would make this a little bit longer, maybe more of a midi length for it to be more modest and appropriate for a funeral. I would definitely use the sleeves and maybe even do a higher neckline, a little bit more of a higher neckline. And so I thought about doing that pattern there. And then there's also this pattern. This pattern is also on my to-do list for dresses I want to sew in 2023. It's the N6696. And I forgot to tell you this pattern number. This one's the N6705, new look. And then this one's the N6696. And I would probably make this view here. And I would definitely wear a cardigan with it. So I would definitely use that black and white floral fabric and then maybe wear a black cardigan with it. I don't know if this is appropriate or not. I think maybe the scale of this polka dot is too big. I do have another polka dot where the scales are a little bit smaller, and I think that one probably would be more appropriate for a funeral. I was looking online of different prints that you can wear to a funeral, and they did list polka dot, but between the small and medium scale, and I don't know if this is more towards like a medium to large, but you all let me know in the comment section below. But I definitely thought about using the 3 patterns that I just showed you here for one of these as well. So again, not quite for certain if these fabrics would look better than this fabric here in terms of like for a funeral. I don't really have a lot in my stash, like being as though it's so soon and I can't really get any fabric. And I went to Joann and they don't really have a lot of small scale printed fabrics, and the black fabrics that they do have are like crepe type fabrics that I just really don't like. So I have these fabrics, and then I also have, like I said, a solid black fabric. This one I purchased from Joann last year, but they don't have anything like this in stock anymore. This is more of a softer textured crepe, which I love more. And so I can definitely go with just black. But again, being as though I'm not the family member that's grieving, I don't know if solid black would be okay. I also did research online about other colors that you can wear, and they said that gray is appropriate, as well as navy blue, some browns or tan colors, like those colors, more subdued colors, not like your pastels and your loud colors, but you can wear those to funeral as well. And so I have 2 navy blue fabrics in my stash. One of them is lighter than the other. And so again, I don't know what would be more appropriate. So again, please let me know in the comment section below which one of these you think would be appropriate. So let me, before I show you the blue fabrics, let me go ahead and move these fabrics out of the way. So this is the darker blue. So this is more like a black fabric. It's close to black, but it's not quite black. So it has a deeper, a deeper hue. And so I thought maybe just something like this. And again, I would probably make either one of these dresses here. And then I have a few other dresses that I think would probably be appropriate. So this pattern here, this is one of my favorite TNT patterns. I would not have to do any alterations, adjustments, anything, because it's already ready to go. And I would probably make this view here, view A. It has a modest neckline, long sleeves, and the length is also modest. So I think that that would be really cute, maybe in this navy blue fabric here, or this fabric here. This one's a little bit lighter, so I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know if this is too light for a funeral. But again, you all let me know in the comment section below. I also thought about doing a 2-piece, and if I did a 2-piece, I can make this skirt pattern here, which is one of my favorite skirt patterns. It's so easy and simple to sew. And I love the bow style. It's not too dramatic, but it also adds a little bit of a flair to the skirt. So I thought about doing this and making a black skirt and using this fabric here, this polka dot fabric, to make a top. And the top I would go with is this top here, which is my TNT Simplicity 9469 top. And I would probably make this top here. And so again, black skirt, polka dot, you know, small scale polka dot top could be the option for that. And then lastly, I thought about this style here. I don't know if it's too much of a flare, but this is also on my dresses I want to sew for 2023 list. And so I would definitely like to sew this, and I could do this in the navy, this darker navy here, or I can do it in the polka dot, or I can do it in this fabric here. So I just have a million things running through my mind, because I definitely don't, like I said, want to offend anyone, but I also want to make sure that whatever dress or two-piece that I make, I would get some wear out of it in the future as well. In terms of what's in my closet, I do have a black pencil skirt that I can wear, but I would need to make a top to go with it. And I also have this skirt here that I made last year, but again, I don't know if the print is appropriate for going to a funeral. I don't know if it's too loud or if it's just right, but I have a two-piece out of this. I made the pussy bow blouse by Sew Over It. And so the blouse is the pussy bow blouse, and the skirt is a butterick pattern that I had made last year. It's just a skirt pattern, and I'll try to put the information here so you can see what those things look like. But I could also just wear this two-piece skirt and top, or I could just wear a black top with this skirt and a black cardigan. Or I could wear the black top with my black pencil, I'm sorry, the black and white printed top that looks like this with a black pencil skirt. So you all let me know in the comment section below if you think the outfit that I already have would be okay, or if I should sew one of these things here for the funeral. All right, thank you all for tuning in to today's video. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and please make sure you give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel if you like today's content or any of the content on my channel. I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.